Hey, I'm Harvey Fiser. I am a professor of business law here at Millsaps College. I am from Mississippi originally. I went to Mississippi State University and pretty much a Mississippi boy throughout. I went to MC Law School here in Jackson and then practiced law for about 12 years before I came to Millsaps. I ended up at Millsaps. It's kind of a funny story. A friend of mine was working here and I was practicing law. And she knew that I always wanted to go and teach eventually. And she called one day and said, "You're never going to believe this. The law position is opened up at Millsaps, and it's the first time that it's opened up in, only the second time in about 20 years or so. So it's a pretty rare occurrence for that to be open." And I thought, well, maybe this is my shot. Let's give it a try. And I went through the process and ended up here about 7 years ago. I guess the best part of teaching at Millsaps is that I have the flexibility to teach classes that are so unique and so different, rather than just teaching the text material and having a multiple choice test. I get to really get into the details with the students, where we get to explore the legal ideas and explore all the outlying possibilities under the law. We also have such experiential teaching. For example, some of my favorite classes to teach are, of course, our overseas classes. I teach in Mexico and teach the study abroad classes down in the Yucatan in Mexico for the business school. I teach international law. That includes immigration rights. It includes trade. It includes NAFTA and all the things that go with international law. So while we're on the ground, we actually go see factories. We visit with people who are doing international trade. We visit with people who are trying to immigrate into the United States, as well as immigration lawyers and commercial lawyers on the ground in Mexico. So that's probably one of my most fun classes that I get to teach. In addition, the other class that's a lot of fun is I co-teach a class with Diane Baker, who's a human resources management professor. And during that time, we laugh. I always say that she's the one that teaches them whether or not somebody should be fired and whether or not we should bring them along and help them remediate problems. And then I teach whether or not we can fire them and whether or not we should fire them under the law. So it's a lot of fun to have us both in the class, and we actually debate each other and get into pretty heated discussions, if not fights, in front of the class. So it's a good time. What are some of the best things I like about Jackson? I've been here for about 17 years. Probably one of my favorites is the neighborhoods here in Jackson. Millsaps is near Belhaven neighborhood, and I live in Fondren, which is right next to that. I can get out straight out of my house, hop on a bike, go right up Old Canton Road, up all the way actually to Ridgeland if I want to, and hit the trail that follows the Natchez Trace up in Ridgeland. Some of the professors here actually go kayaking down the Pearl River through downtown. So Jackson has got a lot of outdoor activities. The climate is incredible, and it's just in general a really nice place to live. Great southern city.